watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. We're going to get to your top stories in just a bit. But first, we want to check in with meteorologist Jackie Layer with a check on how it's going to look. It started off as a really rainy day. Hopefully this rain is moving out.
Yeah, the rain will be moving out, which is the good news, especially if you do have plans later on this evening. But out there this morning, we had much needed rainfall, so we'll take it. Planning out the rest of your day today, though. Some showers around right around noon, so right around the lunchtime hour. Then as we get ahead towards the early afternoon, just a lingering spot shower here and there, but most areas looking like we do dry things out middle of the afternoon under a mix of sun and clouds. We do see some sunshine breaking out later on today, but still looking mainly cloudy closer towards sunset, which is right around 8:08 p.m. this evening. But high temperatures today, you'll notice this will be a little bit cooler in comparison to the last several days. We'll be back into those middle 60s today. But yeah, spot shower chance later on this afternoon. Otherwise, we'll see that gradual clearing of those skies, and temperatures will drop overnight tonight back to those 40s. But don't worry, the weekend is shaping up to be a nice one for Mother's Day weekend. I'll have more details on that coming up.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Breaking news this morning. Dozens of people in Fairfax City without power after a tree falls into a residence. Police say it happened at around 5:40 this morning on Allison Circle near Maple Street and Ashby Place. There are currently road closures due to downed wires. This is a developing story, so we'll continue to update you as we learn more. You can hear their bells ringing at cathedrals across the U.S. All this as Cardinal Robert Prevost becomes Pope Leo XIV, the first American to lead the Catholic Church. And we're now learning more about the pontiff's roots in Chicago as well as in Peru, where the 69-year-old spent a lot of his time. He was a missionary there and then later elevated to bishop. Many Peruvians remembering him as leader who waded through muddy floodwaters to bring help to people in need, then spearheading the purchase of a life-saving oxygen production plant during the pandemic. And then the late Pope Francis brought him back to the Vatican in 2023 to head office that serves vets bishops nominations. And this right there is when he was selected to lead that agency.
Advise, work with Pope Francis, and to look at the challenges that the Church in the United States is facing. I hope to be able to respond to them.
And stick with DC News Now for more news on the Pope coverage. We'll have more on the reaction from around the world at noon, and you can find more on DCNewsNow.com. And there's a new nomination to be DC's top federal prosecutor. President Trump announcing on social media it's Fox News host Jeanine Pirro. She's a former county prosecutor and elected judge, and also the latest in a string of Trump's appointments coming from Fox News, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. A concerning social media trend popping up, prompting some local students to tamper with their school-issued laptops and cause small fires. At least 3 local districts, including Loudoun County and Fairfax in Virginia, and also Prince George's County, Maryland, reportedly notified some parents of recent issues. The fire, they are starting to use conductive materials like paper clips and mechanical pencils to insert into USB ports. And students and parents are being warned about the hazards and, at least in case of Loudoun County, also on the hook for repair costs.
The kids are doing their homework and there's paper nearby and things like that. You could end up with a house fire or a fire at a school.
Get off social media, stop looking at these ridiculous challenges, and just use your computer for schoolwork and get off and go outside and play.
Is there any type of consequence you think that might be appropriate for the students?
I think in terms of paying back through service, depending on the age of the student.
Depending on the damage, repair costs could creep into hundreds of dollars. And on top of that, Loudoun County school officials says students could face school discipline. And a powerful show of support for survivors of domestic violence in Northern Virginia, all with the goal of raising awareness and so much needed funding. Tiffany Santana leads the Bethany House of Northern Virginia, a nonprofit that provides shelter and services to women and children escaping domestic violence. She spent Thursday night sleeping in her car, putting herself in the shoes of the many women she sees leaving dangerous homes for the safety of homelessness. And she says many of them feel living in a car is better than living in an abusive relationship.
Little noise you hear, you're checking to make sure that you're okay. And I imagine having to leave a really dangerous situation, so you're afraid of what's behind you, and you really don't know what's ahead of you, so you're afraid of that too.
Keller Williams Realty also participated in one night of homelessness and raised nearly $12,000 for the Bethany House, which would support a year of operations and maintenance for a shelter. And a new report shining a light on the number of young people experiencing homelessness in the district. According to the advocacy group DC Action, there are nearly 10,000 people every year between 18 and 24 who are struggling. The report shows the root causes as unaffordable housing, poverty, and racism. It also calls for more money for programs to help young adults.
At the time, I was in a difficult relationship with my child's father. While the relationship was unstable, I convinced myself that moving in with him would be better than being on the streets or back in the shelter system while waiting for a replacement. I thought I was choosing the lesser of two evils, but it quickly became clear that it was the wrong decision.
The report says government funding has remained flat the last half-decade, funding fewer beds while serving more youth. And it's been a dangerous start to air travel this year. A deadly mid-air collision at DCA, close calls and radar failures. Add to that hundreds of job cuts at the FAA, but Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says his new plan will overhaul the country's aging air traffic control system. National correspondent Rashad Hudson has more.
From the sky to the control tower, America's air travel system is under stress.
It's been a patchwork of fixes, partial funding.
A fatal mid-air collision, along with a string of crashes and technical breakdowns at Newark Liberty Airport, have triggered urgent calls for reform by Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
We absolutely can do it. I think our country, our people, those who use the airspace, they deserve this moment in time to actually deliver an air traffic control system that's going to keep them safe.
Duffy rolled out a multi-billion-dollar plan to modernize that system, promising new technology and hundreds of new air traffic controllers.
President Trump says having an upgraded air traffic control system would have helped prevent that mid-air collision that happened earlier this year in the nation's capital.
What would have happened is all sorts of bells and sirens would have been going off 3 minutes before that accident happened.
Usually fierce competitors, major airline CEOs stood united with the Department of Transportation at Thursday's announcement.
It is absolutely the best opportunity that we've had in decades to do something about our outdated air traffic control infrastructure.
The announcement is welcome news for the National Transportation Safety Board.
An aging system poses an untenable risk to safety.
Passengers and pilots alike are hoping this new plan brings real change to America's sky. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
All right, now as we head into the weekend, we want to know how it is going to look out there. We have meteorologist Jackie Layer. She's on the way to tell us how it's going to look. And look, it's been raining all morning long. Hopefully that rain does push out and we do have some sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have that sunshine breaking out possibly later this evening ahead of sunset, which is at 8:08 p.m. this evening. But also, we're going to be tracking that sunshine with us through the weekend. So today, we'll take the needed rainfall. We do still have some areas under that severe drought. We do have those rain showers through at least right around noon today. Maybe that spot shower chance lingering through at least 4 p.m. this evening. And like I mentioned, sunset just a little bit after 8 p.m. We should see mainly cloudy skies or even partly cloudy skies by that point. Now, in terms of Futurecast, to show you the map, seeing a few showers still lingering right around noon today. Spot shower chance through the middle of the afternoon. But you'll notice as we look towards, say, 5 p.m. through about 8 p.m., starting to notice that gradual clearing of those skies. And we'll continue to see that clearing later on tonight and allowing for those temperatures to drop also overnight as well. But if you're heading to the Nats game later this evening, first pitch will be at 6:45. And it'll be into those middle 60s by that point. Middle 50s by the end end of the game by that last out under some partly cloudy conditions. And we'll continue to see that clearing overnight tonight, allowing those temperatures to drop. So we'll see those middle 50s by the end of that game this evening, but we're talking 40s as we're starting off tomorrow morning. It's a little bit cooler in comparison to the last several mornings. So you'll notice that as we're stepping out Saturday morning, but don't worry, temperatures do bounce back. We're talking about those high temperatures back in those 70s tomorrow afternoon, but by at least noon, we should be into those upper 60s, and we're talking low to mid 70s out there for your Saturday afternoon and evening. So as we look towards the weekend, it's going to be dry out there Saturday and Sunday. Saturday tracking clear skies. Now Sunday, a few high-level clouds start to stroll their way in. Now those high-level clouds are associated with a system that'll be impacting the southeasternmost parts of the United States through the weekend. However, back here locally, we'll be watching as that system lifts its way north, and that'll likely be impacting our area as we look towards Tuesday and Wednesday next week. But the weekend is looking good, and notice how Sunday for Mother's Day, it's looking warmer out there with highs just shy of 80 degrees under a mix of sun and clouds. If you have Mother's Day plans on Sunday, maybe heading out to brunch with mom, we're talking a few clouds in the morning. It'll be nice out there by noon. And if you're into the early afternoon, a brunch type, we're talking about warming things up with temperatures into the upper 70s as we look towards the early afternoon hours on Sunday. Here's the rest of that 7-day outlook. So still dry Monday, but you'll notice increasing cloud cover. We're back into those low 80s as we look towards I should say Wednesday and Thursday, but we'll be into those middle 70s with some scattered showers and storms, though, just in time for Tuesday.
All right, Jackie, thank you. The Capitals tying their series against Carolina. They beat the Hurricanes 3-1 last night at Capital One Arena. The game was scoreless until the second period. Left wing Connor McMichael putting the Caps on the board. Right wing Tom Wilson, assisted defenseman John Carlson with a goal in the third period and scored an empty netter in the final minute. The Capitals even the series 1-1, and the next game is tomorrow in North Carolina. That game starts at 6, but here at home, the Wharf will be hosting a watch party at the Transit Pier, and that event starts at 5. And moving to the district, the Nationals are looking for a win tonight after Wednesday's loss to the Cleveland Guardians. They will be up against the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch begins at 6:45 p.m. Also tonight starts the post-game summer concert series at Nats Park. Local band OAR will be performing. And this Mother's Day weekend, track work on Metro could derail your travel plans. Crews will be working on the Orange Line and will close New Carrollton, Landover, Cheverly, Deanwood, and Minnesota Avenue stations. There will be shuttle buses instead. And it's a popular Mother's Day gift, flowers. But those pretty petals you plan to send your mom are going to cost you more. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is speaking to florists on how tariffs are impacting one of their busiest days of the year.
Many flowers at local shops like this are imported. Like these roses, they're from Ecuador, and these hydrangeas are from Holland.
It's been busy and people wait till the last minute.
The orders for Mother's Day bouquets keep coming in at Company Flowers in Arlington for their busiest holiday of the year.
Before the tariffs, Ecuador, which is where we get most of our roses, had a 6.8 tariff on all the roses, and now you add that 10% tariff to it, so you're talking about a 16.8% tariff on roses coming out of Ecuador.
Marnie Nicholson worries she will have to pass the higher costs on to consumers.
Thank you. Have a nice day. That's bad, because people that want to show some love to one of the family members or even somebody in a nursing home, it's going to cost too much money.
Some of Marnie's flowers are grown locally, like peonies and sunflowers, but florists say some of the most popular flowers are challenging to grow in the U.S.
It is a challenge because of the climate, and the reason that Ecuador has such beautiful roses is that the sun and the cloud cover and things down there are perfect for growing roses.
The Society of American Florists says more than 85% of fresh cut flowers sold in the U.S. are imported from Colombia and Ecuador. Meanwhile, the Society of American Florists say the annual total for fresh cut flower imports into the U.S. last year was $2.26 billion. For now in Arlington, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right. Thank you, Liberty. That's all the time we have for you this morning on DC News Now. Stick around for more news and weather for the news at noon.